we're going to continue to configure our website by adding a slideshow at the top. Now the slideshow will take place in the blue bar, and depending on the type of device you're viewing on, such as your PC, tablet, or mobile device, it will change how this slideshow works. So taking a look at the image size guidelines that Global Reach published, it recommends that the desktop image is 1900 by 1000 pixels. Now, I found through testing that that really isn't right, because when we get into the slideshow module, the actual slideshow box is a 1900 by 450 pixels. So if you crop to 1000, the software will automatically set that image in there, and it looks a little funky. The other thing you have to keep in mind with choosing these images is, depending on your crop, it may make a great picture completely worthless, and we'll see that in our example here in a few moments. Additionally, you have the ability to upload different size images for desktop, tablet, and mobile phone viewing. I highly recommend doing this and cropping as desired and needed to those specifications. So we're going to start on our dashboard, and we're going to be working under content boxes again, where we just set up the 7 content boxes. We're now going to be working under slideshow. We're going to edit the slideshow. And this is where I found that the default height is only 450 pixels. Now, in theory, you could change this, but because we want a uniform look across all of our sites, we should leave the height and width dimensions alone as part of the template, and then adjust our pictures appropriately to fit inside these 1900 by 450. Now, to actually add your pictures in, at the top, we're going to click under Slides. We see there are currently no slides, so we'll go ahead and add our first slide. Now, every picture is required to have a name as well as the desktop version of that graphic. Now, the name of your picture will be displayed on your website, so you want to make sure you name it something appropriate that you're okay with displaying. There is currently no way to not have a name display. So I'm going to choose my picture first, and I'm going to grab this color guard picture. And I'm going to put this Great Lakes Region color guard. So we'll come down and add a caption now. And we can put our information in. So now that I've saved that picture, I'm going to come back to my home page, Control F5, and sometimes it takes 1 or 2 refreshes. There we go. And we see it automatically adds that text, both the title in blue and the description below it. Now we could go even one step further. We're going to come back in and edit this slide, and we're going to make this a clickable picture that's going to now link to our upcoming events and GLR Cadet competition. So we'll save that change. We're going to refresh our page. We now see we have the Learn More button has appeared. And if I click that, it takes me to my internal page that we just added some filler text for until we can fully build this out. So we got one image, and now it's going to be a static image. Now we want to add multiple images in here so they rotate. So we're going to come back to the dashboard. Now we're going to add another slide. So I'm going to choose another picture. Now I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to call this A for now. Now obviously before we go live, I'm going to have to come in and update these titles because these titles are viewable on the site. And just for fun, I'm going to now put C and D, which will be examples of things that don't work correctly. This I'll call the 1000 pixel crop, just so you can see what that looks like. And then for slide D, we'll call it photo placement, and we'll grab this of one of our AEMs. Now these are all great pictures, but based upon the formatting of the site and template, it will not work for every shot. So here's our first one we uploaded. This is 1900 by 450. The next shot is good, but we see it displays the title, which we'll need to make sure we put an appropriate title in here. Now here's a 1000 pixel crop, and we see it did not work correctly. And then the photo placement, the teacher is going to be blurred out based upon the background, that white vignette that they've put onto the slideshow. So you do have to be careful with how you're cropping your images to portray them in the best possible light. So as we get back to our color guard image, we see the crop is all wrong. And the next one, you just can't tell what it is. The teacher is lost in the image. So we're going to go ahead and remove those out just by clicking the garbage can icon. And then I would come back in and adjust the titles for slide A and B to reflect something appropriate for display on the website. So in this module, we took a look at how you crop your picture to be displayed on your brand new Civil Air Patrol website. Now, if you want to change the order, you can drag and drop these. We also took a look at the different requirements for pictures and what will make them display properly on your website. In the next training module, we'll be taking a look at adding a calendar to your site.